Been up since 4, fretting about Nina's new statement.
And where is she now?
In the shower.
Oh, I can't even begin to imagine what she's going through.
Well, she's had 4 mugs of coffee, done all the ironing, 10 laps of the red wreck.
Oh, well, that's good.
Not really. She's rubbish at ironing, burnt her fingers, and I've had to redo it all.
I really hope they go down for what they did to Seb.
Yeah, me too. But there's nothing we can do, or Abby. Looks like it's all going to depend on Nina.
Well, text me. Anything happens, I want to know, yeah? Right, gotta get to work. Give her my love.
Will do.
Are you sure there isn't anything you need in here?
I'm sure. Oh, it's just Adam wishing me luck. I was kind of hoping it'd be about Nina's additional statement. She went to the police last night. And they spoke to her briefly, but they wanted to see her again this morning.
Well, it's still pretty early.
Yeah. I know. Thank you.
Why does everyone keep texting me? Anyone would think I've got nothing better to do than reply to a load of messages.
Can't see any suitable parking near the court. Might be best to take a taxi.
Never mind taxis. We need to go to the police station, like, now.
We won't have time to come back here after your statement before we go to court.
So?
Well, is that what you want to wear?
Are you giving me fashion advice?
No, of course not.
I need to make my statement. We need to go to the police station.
Yes, Shona can use her own key to open up.
Roy.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Oh, this case has not made us popular with our neighbours.
Well, luckily for us, it's a murder trial, not a popularity contest.
Are you still planning to use Nina's graphic novel?
Well, hopefully. If they accept their additional statement into evidence, I won't have to. My job here is to defend Kelly. I just hope I don't let her down.
You've been working all hours. Nobody could have done more.
Sabine has done more.
But she has a guilty client and you have an innocent one.
If only it were that simple.
Anywhere at the bottom.
What happens now?
Your additional statement will be passed on to the CPS.
The trial starts today.
I'll do it now. Best of luck.
I wish I could text her good luck. They don't allow them to use the phones at all.
Wouldn't know. Never been to prison, or on remand, or even arrested. Probably the only one in my family who hasn't, actually. Guess you're a bit of an expert on all this by now.
Nina's new statement's good news. It proves that it was Corey, not Kelly.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Do you think she's okay?
How am I meant to know? She's on trial for murder, so I presume she's probably not okay.
The case should have started by now.
Won't get your hopes up too much.
I'm not. I just don't know why it's taking so long.
Isn't it remarkably convenient, my lady? Nina spends all day reconstructing events, cajoled by friends and supporters, and somehow her memory magically returns on the day before the trial.
I have no objections to the statement being submitted as evidence. Nina has no reason to lie. She just wants to get to the truth.
I agree.
I say again, it is convenient and suspicious. How do we know we won't have more unreliable revelations from Nina's miracle memory?
Well, you will have an opportunity to question her on this. And with that in mind, I will allow it into evidence.
Oh, what did the usher say?
She said the delay was due to some new evidence being submitted.
It looks like everything you went through yesterday was worth it.
We'll call you when ready for you. We're running a bit late.
How are you feeling?
Feeling fine.
There's nothing to be scared of.
I know. I'm not scared. I'm ready.
Would you like something from the cafe? A drink, a sandwich, a flapjack?
You already bullied me into having breakfast.
I hope I wasn't bullying.
Sorry, you encouraged me to eat breakfast. Still, could be a long wait. What's in the bag?
You're welcome to have a look.
They're only walking home. Sounds so simple, doesn't it? Walking home. But Sebastian Franklin and Nina Lucas didn't make it home on the evening of the 5th of May. They were attacked and beaten by a bunch of teenagers who didn't like the way Nina was dressed. Seb died from his injuries the following day in hospital. This is a case of joint enterprise murder. We shall present evidence that proves that the two defendants are both at the scene of the crime and that together they kicked Sebastian Franklin to death. And this was the call that you took on Wednesday, May the 5th at 7:29. Can we play the recording, please?
Emergency, which service?
Ambulance. I need an ambulance. Harbour Street. Where the field, my girlfriend's been beaten up. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You're all right, you? Nina Lucas. You're all right. You're all right. I love you. I love you.
Lydia Fowler, paramedic. Can you describe the scene as you arrived at the waste ground?
The injured couple were on the ground, unconscious. It was obvious that they had been assaulted.
You assume this because?
They had cuts and bruising to their faces. Both were in a pretty bad way.
Tony Shalford, crime scene investigator. And so you took a number of blood samples from the scene of the attack. And what did these blood samples tell you?
There was at least 17 meters between the most significant amount of blood from Seb Franklin to the blood samples we found from Nina Lucas.
This would seem that there were two separate attacks.
Yes, but we can't be sure they happened simultaneously. The blood pattern is consistent that after the attack, Sebastian Franklin crawled over to where Nina Lucas lay and called the emergency services.
Professor Hamza Patel, Home Office accredited forensic pathologist. And so, were you able to ascertain the cause of death, Professor Patel?
Seb died of a brain hemorrhage consistent with a head trauma. His injuries strongly suggest that he was kicked repeatedly on the body and on the head. There were also injuries on his hands, which are consistent with him attempting to defend himself from the blows.
Can you tell how many people might have caused these injuries?
Without clear shoe markings or any other evidence, it's just not possible to say with confidence.
Just to be clear, Professor Patel, you say you can't be sure exactly how many people were involved in the assault on Seb, but given your examinations, is it possible that it was only one person? That one person alone caused Seb's injuries?
It is possible, yes.
Thank you.
DS Swain, please.
And then there were two.
I don't suppose it'll be much longer.
I feel like I'm slowly going mad.
I know you found yesterday very difficult.
Difficult.
Stressful.
Possibly the second worst day of my life. Though there does seem to be many contenders for that prize. The day my mum died, the day my dad died, the day me and Seb were attacked, the day Seb died, the day I remember Seb being kicked to death. Oh, so many bad days.
May I ask you a question?
We're in a court of law. Why not?
Why are you still not dressing like you used to do?
Because that started it. Gave them an excuse to pick on us. Gave them an excuse to insult us, attack us, kill Seb.
So, they win.
It's not a game. No one wins.
I do know what it's like to be made fun of. I know it's not the same, but people have commented on the way I look. Bag that I carry. My hair, clothes. Oh, I know they'd just say that it was harmless banter, but it can be very cruel, hurtful. Even so, I've never felt that it was me that should have to change.
It's your look. You should stick with it.
No, what I'm saying is, you shouldn't feel that you have to dress...
Actually, you know what? You're right. It's not the same thing.
No. You're right. It's not.
DS Swain, can you tell us how exactly does the forensic evidence place both Corey and Kelly at the scene of the attack?
There were traces of Seb's blood on both their trainers and Kelly's dress.
But Corey's clothes are still missing.
We've searched the river where he told us he threw away his rucksack, but we've yet to find it.
It was in his second statement that he says he panicked, and that's why he threw away his clothes.
That's right. Corey came to the station voluntarily. He admitted he was there when the attack took place, but claimed he wasn't involved other than trying to stop it.
And Kelly?
She eventually admitted she was there when we brought her back in for questioning.
And this was the last voicemail Seb left for his mum. Can we play the recording, please?
Hi, Mum. Just wanted to make sure you're all right. Everything's going okay. You're behaving yourself. And none of the hens are dragging you over the wall. All right, just keep your faith, yeah?
DS Swain, we all heard the voicemail and the laughter in the background, but do you have any actual evidence that the person laughing was the same person who kicked Seb?
No, we don't.
So is it not more likely, then, that the person laughing was a bystander, an observer of what was going on?
What we know for sure is that Kelly was close to Seb's phone. Close enough to have been heard laughing. Close enough to have kicked Seb.
I know it sounds bad, but she's not a bad person.
Really? Did you hear her laugh?
Yeah, but she was drunk and she doesn't even know what she was laughing at.
She was laughing at Seb getting a kicking. That's what was happening.
Yeah, but she didn't kill him. Yeah, she laughed, and that's horrible, but... You know, we all make mistakes. She doesn't deserve to go down for murder.
She started all this. She slapped Nina. She was the ringleader.
None of us know what really happened.
Kelly knew. Corey knew. You want to be careful here. You're on the wrong side. You keep defending Kelly, you're going to lose a lot of friends.
Nina remembers what happened now. She remembers Corey kicking Seb, not Kelly.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we?
For my next witness, I call Nina Lucas.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. People often get a bit freaked out by the way I dress. They like to stare, say anything they like. Sometimes I think I should just ignore it and walk away, but it can be difficult when people can be so cruel. Seb knew this. He always supported me.
Can you tell us what happened after you and Seb left the wasteland?
We hid for a bit, then started walking home, but we knew they were following us.
And what happened next?
We started walking more quickly, looking around and that. We thought maybe we were okay. And Seb had a missed call from his mum. He was ringing her back when suddenly they came at us.
Who came at you?
Corey, Kelly, Eli and Jay. They threw a can at us. It all happened really quickly. Someone pushed Seb from behind, and I heard Kelly laughing, and then I was pushed over too.
If you need to take a break.
No, I'm fine.
And what happened next?
I got up and I ran. I tried to run away. There was 2 boys chasing me, and I tripped and I was on the ground, and I looked back and I saw Corey kicking Seb and Kelly telling him to stop.
Nina, I'd like you to tell us a bit about your graphic novel. It's quite the work of art. Excerpts have been printed for members of the jury, and selected pages can be seen on the screen. But first, I'd like to get something clear. During the attack, you received a number of blows to the head. Is that right?
Yes.
And according to the medical reports from the hospital, you claim to have no memory of the attack.
When I was at hospital, yes.
That must be very frustrating, to be unable to recall events after your major head trauma.
It was, yes.
Not being able to remember the night your boyfriend was attacked in the street. I imagine you would do almost anything that might help you get those memories back. Can you confirm this is your work?
It is, yes.
You're a very talented artist. Can you confirm that you drew these images after the attack?
Yes.
The images are clearly of a young couple being attacked in the street. But you just told us you couldn't remember what happened, so you couldn't have drawn these images from memory. Would it be right to say these images came from your imagination?
Yeah, I suppose.
And it's clearly an imaginary scene, as all the attackers in your drawing appear to be male, and we know for a fact that Kelly was there too. So, to be clear, this scene is something you made up.
I suppose so, yeah.
You suppose so? Are you not sure?
I made the drawings to help me remember.
But they're not accurate. Which means your memory keeps changing.
No. It become clear.
So we have your original police statement, the new one you made only this morning, and this version you drew. You see, it seems to me your memory can't really be trusted. This is a court of law. It's a place for the truth, not for imagination, dreams, and false memories.
It's not a false memory.
What's not a false memory? Your first statement, your second statement, or your imagination? Which of the 3 versions we've heard from you today is the truth?
What I've told you today is the truth. That is what happened.
And that may be what you believe. But we have to accept that your memory is clearly unreliable. And your recollections depend on your imagination, your mood, and your emotions. Your version of events changes day by day. Can you honestly tell us, for sure, that this latest version won't change again?
Coronation Street continues in half an hour.